Hey guys, ZFR back here again today. Today we are reviewing Destiny the Taken King, but before we get into that really quickly, sorry I haven't been on for the last couple days. I've just been super busy with school and stuff. I even made a video and just haven't been able to upload, and I've also been trying to get Destiny content. And some of you might notice I stopped the walkthrough for the Taken King simply because I just didn't think you guys were really enjoying it so far. But if I was wrong and you guys want to see more, just hit those videos up with likes or whatever. Just like click on them, like them, X them or whatever, and I'll keep going with that. But yeah, pretty much I haven't beaten the Taken King, but I've finished the main part of it. But getting into this, Destiny the Taken King DLC now, and this DLC, basically, Oryx, the father of Crota, who you might remember from the Dark Below, is back to get revenge on you for killing his son. And pretty much this guy's basically he's basically a god at this point. Like I don't know, like he pretty much shows up with an army of Hive, and then he starts taking everything else. He starts taking Cabal soldiers, he starts taking Vex Fallen, and he just starts making, he just kind of turns them into his army, which are called the Taken. And they gain new abilities and everything. They gain new powers. They even look a little different. So yeah, like, and pretty much he just declares war on like the whole solar system, I guess. And like, it's pretty awesome, the story in this game so far. And I hope nobody considers this first cutscene here as a spoiler. I don't really think it's a spoiler. But there's something in it that might be spoiler worthy. But anyway, guys, like the story in this DLC, first of all, I just want to start with that. It's amazing, alright? I was not expecting the story to be as good as it was. I was expecting it to be good, but I wasn't expecting it to be this good. Like, Bungie went all out with making this story good, guys. Like, it feels like 1,000 times better than what was in the game before. You can actually play and expect to get some lore out of the actual game now. You don't have to go to the Grimoire cards anymore. But yeah, like, the story amazing. No question about it. Then let's talk about the well, actually, to be honest with you guys, the storyline with Oryx is actually kind of short. Like, that ends in, like, I don't know, 7 or 8 missions. Like, by the time you get there, like, that ends. And then something called the Taken War opens up, which is Act 2. So yeah, like, the story is also really long. I just want to get that point across. It's kind of long. Like, there's a lot of missions here. I think they said there were going to be like 26 missions. I don't doubt that. But anyway, like, let's jump into like some of those big changes, like this new loot system. All right, this new loot system is awesome. All right, like, I just gotta say, like, pretty much now. Oh, and I also want to talk about the light system with this, because it all kind of plays in together. So the light system, the way it works now is every piece of armor you equipped, every weapon you equipped, even your cloaks, and I forget what the warlocks and titans have, like the bonds and like the little things that hang from your waist or whatever. But yeah, all of that even contributes to it now. Those even have perks. Even your ghost now has perks and contributes to your light level. Like, and pretty much now the light level is separate from the actual level. Like, you don't have to gain light to level up anymore. You just get level up through XP by playing the game. So you can reach level 40 without equipping a new piece of gear. You can reach level 40 as quickly as you want. But yeah, anyway, like, and because of this, like the way the new loot system works, the higher level you are at the moment, like the higher level loot that drops for you. So yeah, like the loot system, it's pretty good right now. It's feeling pretty rewarding. I've got to say it feels a lot more rewarding to play now. um but yeah, like, and also one thing I left out of the story part, I just want to throw in really quickly. The characters now are really awesome. Like, for instance, there's Cade. Like, he's being sold off a lot more in this DLC. I think his character is really awesome. He adds a lot of comedy to it. Just want to throw it in there really quickly. Like, characters are there. Eris Morn, Zavala, even a little bit. It's all good. But anyway, guys, moving on to the next thing. Let's talk about that Crucible for a second, to be honest, everybody. So that Crucible, the multiplayer, definitely got overhaul. It feels a lot more balanced, and it feels smoother. It feels way better. Um, like I've heard some people still saying they're having like a few netcode issues here and everything. I haven't really been experiencing that. My netcode's pretty good, just probably because of my internet. But yeah, like the multiplayer is feeling a lot more balanced. All the guns and weapons, nine like auto rifles are back up to being usable. Like now, like it's not pulse rifles and hand cannons dominating, but like they're still pretty good if you know how to use them. Like it all feels really balanced. Although the problem of blink shotgunning is not gone. Like they nerfed blink, but it's still there. It's still there, guys. Yeah, so they need to fix that. Um, but anyway, moving on from Crucible, because I'm not even going to spend that much time on that. The new quest and bounty system, it's awesome. It's a lot more simpler, and it's just a cooler way of doing things, in my opinion. Um, there's a ton of more weapons and stuff in the game right now. Like all the weapon designs and everything looks a lot better, like a lot more attention to detail. And as I was mentioning earlier about the story with orcs and everything, that big ship you see in the beginning there, like that huge ship that you saw at the beginning of the video, you actually end up going on that, and that's the new location for the DLC. And it's actually pretty huge. Like there's hidden secrets all over it. I'm still exploring it at the moment, trying to find everything. But yeah, it's pretty awesome. And they also added swords as a weapon type into the game. So now you can now have a sword on you all the time. I have not gotten one yet, but I hope to get one soon. Like I have the quest for it, I just haven't completed it. And let's talk about the new subclasses, because like looking at the Titan subclass first, like the Sunbreaker, like it's really awesome. Like the Hammer of Soul, I believe it's called. It pretty much lets you throw flaming hammers that explode on impact at your enemy. It's pretty awesome. And later on you can get some cool little perks for it, where it just becomes offensive and it can become a defensive tactic if you use it right. Like it's just really awesome. And I'm loving, like I'm gonna say this, I did not expect to like the Hunter's new subclass as much, because I'm not gonna lie, I've never really been too much of a fan on just freaking support classes or tactical classes, but that Hunter's new subclass is pretty awesome. You have the Void Bow. I can't remember the exact name for it, but it's called Night Stalker. The subclass, I can't remember the name for the bow. I'm just gonna call it the Void Bow. And pretty much, you can do two things. You can either shoot at a enemy and kill them with one shot with it, and what it'll do, it'll send out these little things that pin enemies around the location where you shot the arrow to the ground or everything. It'll just pin them down and give you a chance to shoot them. It'll kind of have a blinding effect on them a little bit almost. So you can just get in there. it'll also work the same way if you shoot it at the ground or a wall, I believe. And you can get some cool perks for that later on, but it's just a really awesome subclass. And all these subclasses are feeling a lot better than the ones that were already in the game, in my opinion. Just a lot better to me. But yeah, anyway, like, I didn't actually get the I didn't get the try out the Warlocks one yet, because I'm still leveling up my Warlock at the current time, but my Hunter and Titan are at max level at the moment. But yeah, so pretty much, like, the Taken King was a great piece of DLC. It is a great piece of DLC, and I know. And before I get into that, I was getting ready to get into something, but I want to go into what I didn't like, really quickly. Like, and there's really only one thing, to be honest, or two things that kind of bothered me, to be honest with you. First, I did not. Well, actually, three things. Three things, because I'm not sure yet. I'm not really sure, but first, I did not like the fact that the Taken. I did not like the fact that they were reskins of the old enemies. Now, I know a lot of people are going to judge me for this one, because they are very much new enemies. There's no denying that. Like, they have new abilities, and they are a lot harder to fight than the other enemies in the game. They're a lot more hardcore, in my opinion. But the thing about them is, like, every time I look at them, I just feel like that was just the developer being lazy and not putting in, like, new, like, freaking new models for them. Like, I just think it could have been done, in my opinion. But yeah, like, I don't know, like, I just think they could have made them look a little bit different. And also, another thing, did I say three things? I think I only had two. But another thing I didn't, oh yeah, I did have three. The Blink Shotgunners and multiplayer, like, at the moment, it doesn't seem to be a huge problem, at least not for me right now. But, like, I've heard other people complain about, and I have seen it. I just haven't experienced it being that as bad as it was before, but I still see it every now and then. Yeah, it still needs to be fixed, Bungie. Like, it's just something that doesn't need to be in the game. Like, it's just really irritating. If you don't know what Blink Shotgun is, it's basically where they use that little 1 foot teleport in the game. They'll jump up in the air, and they'll, like, use the little 1 foot teleport to break so you lose sight of them for, like, a quick second. Like, they'll, like, come up over your head and fall down right in front of you and one-shot you with a shotgun. So yeah, that needs to be fixed. And also, I'm not sure about this, so nobody take this one seriously, because I'm not sure yet, because I would not know. But I hear, if you did not buy the Taken King, that you were left in the dust, like that. Like that you're screwed. Like, there's nothing you can do. I'm not sure if that's true or not. I'm going to have to look into that and later, but like, if that's the case, that needs to be changed, because I've already said in the past, you never make it required for your community to buy DLC with a game like this. You never make it like that. You make the DLC something that they should want to have, but not something they need to have. So hopefully that's not actually happening. But yeah, the big question: what am I going to give what score am I going to give the Taken King DLC, and is it worth $40? Is it worth it? So first of all, I'm going to give the DLC a 9 out of 10. And the reason I give it that is because overall, like, even if you might have a few problems with the game, the DLC itself did not really have any flaws, to be honest with you. Except for, like, the ones I just finished naming. Like, it did not have any flaws. The DLC as a whole is a really good one, and yeah, I just think it deserved that 9, like, because there's nothing wrong with it. I don't really see how I could give it a 9 if I don't have any. I mean, I can't see if I how I could give it a lower score if I don't have almost any problems with it besides those puny ones I named, like, and those are the only reason it's not a 10 for me, because obviously there is still stuff that could have been added or stuff that could have been done differently, but to be honest, I'm kind of glad they didn't do some of this stuff differently. I feel some of the stuff in the DLC was fine just the way it was. The patrols feel new and everything. The leveling up system feels better. Multiplayer feels better. It just all feels a lot more solid now. So I don't see myself just, giving it anything lower than that. Now, is it worth that $40? Um, I would say if you liked Destiny before, if you liked it even a little, and you were like, man, I like this game, but I don't think there's enough there for me. Like, I'm gonna say it like this: if you didn't have a problem with paying $60 for the old game, like, this DLC feels like it has more content than the original game. Like, all right, if you don't own a copy of Destiny, I highly recommend that Legendary Edition. Or if you did not listen to me, if you did not buy one of the DLC packs, if you did not buy the if you did not buy either Dark Below or House of Wolves, or if you didn't buy both of them, or even if you just didn't buy one, you need to get the Legendary Edition of this, because that definitely is worth a quick $60 in my opinion. That definitely is. And plus, the reason I tell you to get the Legendary Edition, if you didn't buy one of the DLCs, not two, even if you just skipped out on House of Wolves, or you skipped Dark Below and you got the other DLC, still get it, because at the end of the day, you're still gonna save some money. But yeah, I do think it's worth. I think it's worth that $40. In most ways. Like, some people might disagree, but from what I've experienced, I think it's worth $40. So yeah, guys. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoy. I'm sorry this video got so freaking long, man. But there was just so much to talk about and cover here, and I don't do half-baked reviews. I have to do a somewhat decent review. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys on the next video. ZFR out, guys.